When life itself seems lunatic, who knows where madness lies? Perhaps to be too practical is madness. To surrender dreams, this may be madness. Too much sanity may be madness. And maddest of all, to see life as it is and not as it should be. Don Quixote is a classic novel by Spanish author Miguel de Cervantes, which was published in 2 parts in 1605 and 1615. This iconic work of Western literature is often regarded as one of the greatest novels ever written. It tells the story of Alonso Quijano, a middle-aged man from the region of La Mancha in central Spain. Obsessed with the chivalrous ideals touted in the books he has read, he decides to take up his lance and sword to defend the helpless and destroy the wicked. Alonso refurbishes some old armor, adopts the name Don Quixote, and persuades a simple-minded farmer named Sancho Panza to serve as his squire, promising him wealth, high position in society, and even an island to govern. Alongside his faithful squire, Don Quixote sets off on a series of adventures that straddle the line between reality and the fantastical worlds of his books. In contrast to Don Quixote's quest for eternal glory, Sancho is a practical, down-to-earth peasant who is more concerned with material comfort and safety than chivalry and principles. Throughout the novel, the duo encounters a host of characters and undergo numerous adventures where inns become castles, peasant girls become princesses, and herds of sheep turn into enemy armies. One of the most famous incidents is Don Quixote's fight against the windmills, which he believes to be ferocious giants. This episode illustrates the novel's central theme: the conflict between reality, the ideals cherished by Don Quixote, and how his noble aspirations are often thwarted by material truths. Don Quixote often finds himself manipulated by those he meets, including innkeepers, peasants, and even noblemen who are amused by his madness and occasionally moved by his commitment to ideals. These encounters often end either comically or tragically, highlighting the chaos inherent in Don Quixote's quest. Meanwhile, Sancho Panza provides a much-needed counterpoint to Don Quixote's idealism with his earthly insights and observations of human nature. His commitment to Don Quixote, despite his delusions, underscores themes of friendship and loyalty. Sancho's own journey is marked by his growth in wisdom and his disillusionment with the adventure, especially after he is mockingly appointed governor of a non-existent island as a prank. The second part of the novel, published a decade after the first, is more self-reflective and critical of the characters' earlier actions. It includes metafictional elements, including characters who have read the first part of the novel and are now aware of Don Quixote and Sancho's notoriety. This adds a layer of complexity to the narrative and prompts the protagonists to reflect on the nature of authorship and the role they play in crafting their story. As the novel comes to a close, the boundary between Don Quixote's fantasy and reality begins to blur. Events force Don Quixote and Sancho Panza to confront the consequences of their actions, leading to moments of introspection and personal growth. Eventually, Don Quixote's illusions are shattered and he is persuaded to return home. As his health declines, he ultimately renounces his previous life of grandiosity, and in his final moments, he regains his sanity and dies peacefully as Alonso Quijano. Don Quixote is not only a comic novel, but also a profound critique of the human condition. Cervantes masterfully explores themes of truth, justice, love, morality, and mortality through a narrative that is both humorous and heartbreaking. It remains a profound influence on the literary community, celebrated for its deep insights into the psychological and social elements that permeate human life. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to take a deep breath today and smile at something or someone. It really makes a difference.